Welcome to a new episode of Ramon's Obsession Magic the Gathering. Today a little bit different than usual because I pre-ordered a Secrets of Strixhaven collector booster, but when I came to pick it up at my local game store, they said it was gone. They accidentally gave it to someone who just ordered a play booster, so someone got very lucky, and I was very unlucky because my collector booster is gone. As a game store, you then have a choice to make. How do I still make this person happy? They gave me a full refund, of course, so I got back my €29.90. In addition, they gave me 4 play boosters in French, and they also gave me a bunch of promos. I haven't looked at it yet, so I thought it would be a nice video to look at it together, see what the value is, and see if it matches up with the value of the collector booster that I missed out on. I'm gonna put the promos right there for later. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4 play boosters, so let's look at what's inside. We have, okay, it's in French, Géométrie appliquée. It is 4 mana, semi-colors, rituel, which is a sorcery. Créez un jeton qui est une copie d'un permanent non ciblé que vous contrôlez, except que c'est une créature 0/0 fractale, en plus de ses autres types. Mettez 6 marqueurs +1/+1 sur lui. Then, Devoir par-delà la mort. I love the art on the historical archives. It looks so cool and I'm trying to collect as many of them as possible. Second pack. Almost. We have Blech, Nuisible Méprisant. I already have a copy of this. Legendary creature, it's a pest, even though it says parasite, or maybe it is a parasite. À chaque fois que vous gagnez de points de vie, mettez un marqueur +1/+1 sur chaque parasite, chaque chauve-souris, chaque insecte, chaque serpent et chaque araignée que vous contrôlez. And then we have Pas-Pas, which sounds really lame in French. Not the best pronunciation, but I do understand it, and I've played quite a bit in French. And then we have Le Meneur de Vague de Démonstration, another pack. Ooh, this is very nice. It's one of the 5 dragons. I don't know the value. I have no clue if it is valuable. I'm gonna say €5. Legendary creature. It's an ancient dragon, vol, so it has flying, it has wards. You have to pay 5 life. That's crazy. Le sort éphémère est le rituel que vous lancez on the deluge. And I think deluge is cascades. And it's a mythic. Then we have Choisissez votre poison. Last play booster. Then we have, ooh, this one is chill. I already have it, that's a shame. Le amplificateur ambitieux, incrémentation, which is increment. And this creature, when it dies, if it has at least a counter of any type on it, when it dies, you create a 0/0 fractal, and then you put those counters on that creature. Then now, the same one but a reprint. In the first card, he's more scary. Here, he's more cute. And then, Nourrir les âmes. For me, the fun part starts right now, because I got 13 promo cards. I love promo cards. Sometimes, for me, it can be a reason to go to an event and play a Commander Night or something like this, whereas normally I wouldn't. It's almost never that they're valuable, I think. At least not the ones where I participate. The first one is Mortify, which is a card that I do know from different sets. Destroy target creature or enchantment, which is very basic, but quite nice. Okay, so it's Mortify. Then we have Knight's Whisper, which is a foil. Nice! You draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Then another foil, this time in French. Niv Mizzet le Cérébropire. It has flying. À chaque fois que vous piochez une carte, Niv Mizzet le Cérébropire inflige un blessure à n'importe quelle cible. And if you tap it, you can draw a card. What the hell? That's good. Then we have Dragon Lord's Servant. Dragon spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Nice. Okay, next up. The Ravenous Squirrel. Squirrel card. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact or creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Ravenous Squirrel. For 3 mana, in Golgari colors, sacrifice an artifact or creature as well. You gain 1 life and you draw 8 cards. Whoa. Next up. Ancient Stirrings. 1 green mana, it's a sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a colorless card from among them and put it into your hand. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. What the hell? It's a small chance, no, depending on what type of deck you play. Collé à Lanterne de Geist. Whoa, this looks cool. Look at the logo, nice. Ce sort coûte 1 de moins à lancer si vous contrôlez un esprit. So, 1 cheaper to cast if you control a spirit. Il coûte également 1 de moins à lancer si vous contrôlez un enchantement. So if you have an enchantment, it will cost again 1 less to cast. Contrecarrer un sort ciblé à moins que son contrôleur ne paye 3. We have Spider-Ham, Peter Porker, nice. I know this one because I played him, I think, yeah, during the pre-release, and I loved it. When Spider-Ham enters, create a food token, and it has Animal Mayhem. Other spiders, boars, bats, bears, birds, cats, dogs, frogs, jackals, lizards, mice, otters, rabbits, raccoons, rats, squirrels, turtles, and wolves you control get +1/+1. Gran, which I think is quite a staple in the Avatar set. Whenever Gran becomes tapped, draw a card and discard a card, which is really helpful. Draw is always nice to have in a deck. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Goblin Bombardment. It gives you the ability to sacrifice a creature and then this enchantment deals 1 damage to any target. Spicy Oatmeal Pizza, that's definitely from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. When it enters, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to you. Okay. If you pay to untap it and you sacrifice it, you gain 3 life. Then, the Courier of Comestibles, which is also from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. When it enters, you may search your library for a food card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. And if you don't put a card into your hand this way, you create a food token. So, either way, you're getting what you want. And the last one, boom, Farhaven Elf. When it enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. So it's a nice way to ramp. Okay, I have no clue in terms of value. If I would have to guess, I would say no, we didn't make it to 29.90 €. In the end, actually, I'm quite happy this happened. Someone who paid for a play booster got a collector booster, so I was super lucky. I got a full refund and I got all this stuff for free, which is really nice. It's a really important lesson in life. It is that sometimes something bad happens and you feel like you're being dealt a bad hand, but it can actually turn into a real positive. And your mindset here really has a big impact. It's really important to keep a positive outset on life. It's so important. It has such a big impact. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like my videos, please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video, which is probably going to be another secret lair. Bye bye.